I want to say this as a general prediction for 2009. You will find that in the coming year, there will be a certain amount of squabbling, but it doesn't have to lead to fights and battles and conflicts or worse. There is actually, by this squabbling, demonstrated here a good sign. It means that people are no longer in that cynical frame of mind. They have felt a sense that they can have what they want and need to survive and hopefully thrive. So there will be some squabbling. Try to set up a mentoring situation in your community. People who can resolve squabbles with compromises that this party or that party may not find to be perfect, but they can live with because for both of them it's an improvement in some way. Recognize sometimes, yes, sometimes things that seem to be unpleasant might be a sign of something good, because it doesn't bode well for any society for people to be cynical. In other words, to expect the worst so you won't be disappointed. Because when that happens, what invariably occurs is that it supports the least amount of pleasantness, and it supports, worse yet, the most amount of unpleasantness, and it tends to create for you all what is referred to as a blind eye. It doesn't mean you'll go blind in that eye. It means that there's a tendency to see things that are uncomfortable or that are even terrible for others, and to just say, perhaps even with sympathy, "Oh, that's too bad, but what can I do?" If you're religious, go to church, pray, ask God that the situation improve. Don't assume that because prayers have not seemingly been answered like that in the past, and they haven't been answered in a way you're comfortable with, that that's the situation permanently. It might just be that things will change. If you're not a regular church-going person, or even if you are, you can also say a living prayer, which I will suggest can be said with certain hand positions to create a better outcome. You can stand up or sit down if you like. If you're standing up, you can take this hand and point it, keep it flat like this, and have it straight down, okay, at your side. If you're sitting down, you can do the same thing. Take this hand like this, straight down at your side. Take this hand and put it in this position. I know it's not the easiest position, but do the best you can. And put it like this in front of your body, whether you're standing up or sitting down. Then say the following words. I'm asking that all those people on earth that need that which will make their lives more benevolent receive all that they need now in the most benevolent way for all beings, so as to produce the most benevolent outcome. Hold your hands in the position that I have stated for at least 1 minute. Don't look at a clock. Try to maintain the energy and the feeling of the moment. Make your best guess. If it turns out to be more than a minute, that's fine. If it turns out to be just a little less than a minute, that's okay. And after you have waited that time, then open this hand like this. And then bring it down to your other side if you are standing, so that it's touching your thigh or your leg. If you are sitting, then you have both hands down like this at your side. Hold that position for another minute or two, and then you may go on with your life. I recommend that you turn to your left to go on with your life, even if you need to go to your right. So you may have to do a rotation. There's a reason. That is the way that benevolence travels around the earth. Did you know that? Benevolence will travel around the earth in this pattern. Whether you live at the North Pole or the South Pole or any place in between, it travels in this pattern. I've never told you that before, but I thought you ought to know now. That's why I have you turn to your left all the time, whether you're reading that here or there, whether Robbie is teaching that on his blogs. Every time you read anywhere, turn to your left and then go on with your life. It's because it supports the benevolence and the most benevolent outcome of what you're asking for. Never forget that. Good life.